got our podcast, thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it pressman coverage. Pressman coverage.
Welcome into Pressman Coverage, a podcast dedicated to you, the fan. On this week's episode, we're going to dive into a litany of topics, but primarily we'll be talking about the Titans, Chiefs, Cam Ward versus Pat. He go.
That's dog.
He go.
That's dog.
But you know what? F him. I don't care. We back. Two-tone blue. Yeah. We finna end the season on a 3-game winning streak. Yeah, I said it. Let me tell you exactly why. The Chiefs, they're down and out right now. The Saints, they slaw anyway. The Jags, they ain't going to have nothing to play for, so they're just going to give us one. 3-game winning streak, rolling into the next year. We won't lose for the rest of the year next year neither. We back. That's all I got to say is we back. I'm on cocaine. Cody, do your thing, boss. Talk to the people.
Man, just a couple of the eliminated teams going head-to-head in Nissan Stadium. Yeah, Chiefs, you know better than us.
Yeah.
You know better than us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hey, they in Cancun with us, baby. Let's
right.
take a vacay together. The dynasty
talk to the
is
people,
over.
Mike.
Man, hey, man, we are here, man. I'm excited to be here. The Chiefs are eliminated. It's a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? The Titans have, we all have nothing to play for. You know what I'm saying? And, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody that has been riding with us and rolling with us, man. Sorry for the last few, you know what I'm saying, few little pockets that we usually record. We had some technical difficulties, but we back, baby. We back and we here. You know what I'm saying? We back on track. Continue to just watch us, man. We here. But hey, Liam, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm solid. I am solid. I appreciate you asking. You actually brought up something I do want to say. We did not get to post on YouTube the last few episodes, but please check us out on everywhere you listen to Audible podcasts. We are there. Our last few episodes are there.
Yes.
If you want to hear the content, please do. You can close your eyes and imagine me yelling at both of them, Cody calling us idiots, like all of those things. Just please go and tune in. But we're happy to be back with you guys. Let's talk about the matchup. Cody, the statistician, Mr. Betman himself, give us the game lines, over, under, all the above.
All right, so I do believe that the game opened up at Chiefs minus 11.5. With the Patrick Mahomes injury, it's actually dropped all the way to Chiefs minus 3. So they're saying that if we played on a neutral field, it would be a toss-up. It'd be a toss-up. And the over-under right now is 37.5. So they're saying no points for you.
No.
No points.
No, not at all. And, a big part of that no points, I just want to get this out at the beginning because Chiefs fans, thank you guys for tuning in. We always love having our opponents' teams come in and learn more about the matchups and what we think.
We don't love
also,
them. We hate them.
Yeah, that's true. But I also want to let you know one quick thing that goes along with the theme that Cody just put out there. Jeffrey Simmons is the best defensive player on the field.
Period.
Point blank, period.
Who's Chris Jones?
I don't want to hear nothing about
that?
Christopher Jones. I don't want to hear nothing about Christopher. Nothing about Christopher. We have Big Jeff Simmons, who, in my opinion, has been the best D lineman aside from Myles Garrett in the league this year. If he wasn't hurt, he may have 15, 16 sacks his darn self right now. I hope y'all know what you got coming. Big Jeff.
There's a storm brewing. There's a storm.
I needed to get that off my chest because there's a lot of Chris Jones talk. Even if you go to PFF, Big Jeff, out of 129 defensive linemen who are active, he's 4th overall in the league in terms of PFF grade. Chris Jones, 22nd. Do we take PFF with a grain of salt? Yes, we do. But you can look at any number you want, including the injuries. You can add in the weeks that he was out, and he's still dogging when it comes to pressures, sacks, things of that nature. It don't matter. He misses time and still outdoing you. Just know he's here. Point blank, period.
And we're out there catching touchdowns.
Yeah. Talk to him. We here today. Talk to him.
Yeah, I don't. The only person I want to talk to nicely on the Chiefs team is actually Justin Watson. Why do I want to talk to Jalen Watson? Excuse me. If you did want to come to Tennessee next year, we wouldn't be mad. We do need cornerbacks.
We got space for you, baby, in the cap. Come on down.
We'll give him a little tour of the stadium.
We got
Yeah,
Borgo
yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
Coming right behind
Yeah.
us.
All right, come on back with Borgo. He'll treat you right, man. Take the place of the other Chiefs cornerback we picked up who shot somebody. Like, just allegedly. Just come on in, man. Just come on in. But let's stick to the defensive side of the ball. We lost 3 safeties in 1 week.
Oof.
2 of them being starting safeties. Well, one was actually starting the slot corner after transitioning down from safety. But 3 safeties are 2 starters, main backup. Like, we're down in the dumps right now. We picked up 2 practice squatters who will likely be playing heavy minutes coming this game. How do you think our secondary is going to hold up against a Gardner Minshew team who you can't sleep on Gardner? Gardner's one of those quarterbacks that are backup quarterbacks that could go for 325 in a game without blinking twice. Like, that's just Gardner. He could also be 125 and 2 picks too. Tell me your opinion on how you think our defense will hold up, Sauce, and let's dive into some numbers.
I think, with this, Jeffrey Simmons has been on the roll. I believe that, they can get consistent pressure on Minshew. I think Denard to be able to draw some stuff up to be able to get Jeff free, create some stunts with Cody Barton and things like that. If you disrupt the timing of Gardner Minshew, I mean, they haven't really been able to run the ball effectively this year, the Chiefs. So if you're able to create some pressure, throw off Minshew's timing, I think you'll be all right. Now, the key to that is doing it all 4 quarters. If you allow Minshew to come out in the second half and make the adjustments, you're in a world full of trouble. So that's going to be the name of the game. Discipline, making your tackles, wrapping up, baby, and just continue to get that pressure, create different stunts and creative things to throw off Minshew's timing. We'll be all right. We'll come out with that dub, big dubs.
Codes?
Yeah, Gardner Minshew has had his fair success against the Titans. He's got actually a 4-2 record against the Titans in his career.
He's been dotting us up for a little minute.
Yeah, I mean,
was a lot of that with the Colts.
So
he did a little bit with the Jags.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
he's got one game with the Colts. He was 26 of 42, 312 yards. I'm trying to pull up the touchdowns. 2 touchdowns, no picks. And then another game with the Jags. He was 30 of 45, 67%, 3 touchdowns. I mean,
45.
He is somebody, dude, that he will start dropping some dimes against us and our poor secondary, and then he'll go to Broadway wearing his Levi jeans and start drinking beers with the boys. I mean, he can give us trouble. He can give us trouble for sure. Yeah.
Hey, let's hope we can get some distractions.
He is a backup. Yeah, he's a backup that does not need to be played with.
Nah, yeah, he'll light you. He'll light you up.
Those are numbers, dog.
Yeah, he'll put it up.
He threw that ball 45 times.
Yeah,
45 times.
And they ain't got no running game now. You finna let it go again. Goodness. Because one thing you cannot underestimate is the fact that this is still an Andy Reid coach football team. Like that's something that you still have to account for. And they do have weapons who, they're all serviceable. They all do their job pretty well. They suffer from some drop issues too. But they all do their job pretty well. Now, one advantage I think we do have is when it comes to the running game. I think that's something that could really help us for the season. Cody, you'll be proud of us. We have officially eclipsed 16 points per game scoring. Oh my gosh!
Wow,
we're back.
I mean, we've been scoring 20 points the past couple of weeks here.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been
we've strung something together. What
we
at?
on the back of TP just turned back the hands of time.
Yeah, if you take out the Jags, 3 of the last 4, we've scored 24 or more. Hey, we're getting there. But looking at kind of the numbers when it goes to the rushing game, I think we have an opportunity. The Chiefs averaged 113.9 rushing yards per game, which is good for 20th in the league. I think that we're going to be able to stifle their run, and that's going to be one of the key factors that we have. I actually think that we are going to want Gardner Minshew to have to drop back and beat us by himself all game.
Yep.
I know they don't have a sufficient run game, but we have to take away something. And we could do all we want in the passing game to try to take something away. We don't have the horses. It's just that simple. I want to be able to beat LeBron James one-on-one. I'm cooked. Like it's just that simple. So I do think we need to commit to the run and continue doing a good job of stopping the run. I think we've done an excellent job actually over the last 4 or 5 weeks of stopping the run, limiting teams. I don't even know if we've had a 100-yard rusher here recently. So I think that overall, the team has done well when it comes to that. But we just have to really continue to push that side of the house. Flipping to the other side, Cody, Trench King. How do you feel about the man you've disrespected all year, Captain TP Tony Pollard?
Man, he has been running his tail off these past couple weeks. And really, it gets me more excited for next year if this offensive line is kind of starting to gel a little bit. Because imagine if we got a running back with some little extra juice in there. I mean, we may be putting up 150 yards, a little bit more consistently, which is going to be absolutely perfect for Cam Ward. Cam Ward needs a good running game to kind of take the pressure off of him. And he's had his most success, as far as like being able to manipulate the pocket and everything when he has a running game, when they're having to like think about the running back actually being able to gash him a little bit. And I got to talk about Cam Ward real quick. Last week on the 49ers, I said he was going to get to, over 200 yards. And Cam, I'm sorry that my boy Chimere DK just absolutely
that did hurt.
Sold him.
He said,
that's why, and I put in the group, I was just like, it's a bad drop when the hands hit the helmet before the ball hits the ground. Good Lord. I mean, it like
pain.
It hit him right in the chest.
After evading two defenders in the backfield, on the sideline,
on the
tightrope
corner.
throw. I mean,
Yeah.
gosh. Would have had us inside the 10.
Cam Ward, he's got this great knack for escaping the pocket and being able to make a little something happen. He's got that Ben Roethlisberger element about him. Now, if you ask Chris Sims, he would probably say he's built like Ben Roethlisberger as well. But I mean, to me, Cam Ward, I think he's taken a couple steps these past couple weeks. He's had multiple games with multiple touchdowns. 2 weeks in a row, which thank God we thought we weren't going to see it there for a little while. So I think Cam Ward is turning a little bit of a corner. But what do you guys think about that?
Man, that's great. And Sauce, I'm just going to say one thing and let you go. Also, I want to throw in the turnovers, the fumbles, interceptions. Like, yeah, he's had a couple that could have been picked, but they weren't. So what we're going to talk about?
Don't count.
Like, I do appreciate him taking care of the ball. But go ahead, Sauce.
I mean, I've been loving the progression, man. It's like I've been saying, man, this is our franchise quarterback. And I know it's been just all over the place, here and there. But Cam has consistently made the throws. He's consistently making progression. We'll get into a conversation that I want to have a little later, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's promising. We just have to clean up the small things. And I think the young guys over the offseason will be able to work on these, clean these up, to be able to make these catches. And we got to get some playmakers, like I said, in the draft. But this week against the Chiefs, I think they have to come in with a more sharper mindset and just stay focused and play with confidence out here. I mean, us and the Chiefs, we have nothing to play for. Oh, with that being said, go out there and just put belt on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Illick, make the catches. Chimere DK, make the catches. Y'all just stay locked in and mentally focused. And we might could come out with a dub, man. I'm optimistic. Tony got to be able to run that rock, too. I mean, I'm still not convinced in the offseason. I'm with Cody. I second that I would still love to take a look-see in the draft and see what value is there at the running back position. But, salute to Tony Pollard, man. It's going to be nice when you hit the market, man. You'll be able to get you something somewhere.
I don't know if he'll get much of nothing, but
unless we keep him for that last year, but I don't know. We'll see.
Anybody out there in Notre Dame land, if you got any pictures of Jeremiah Love with a gas mask on or something, like, hey,
we need to drop that stock, baby.
Let's get that stock into the second round or something.
We need it. If your mama look good, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna put that in the atmosphere. But look, I also want to mention a few things in terms of, young guys. I know we've just been talking about them. I guess you can't talk about the Titans without talking about young players because we're all young players.
Yes.
But
very, very young.
We've got a few guys coming back into the fold that I am excited to see. I always and matter of fact, let me just go through the list of people who come back. So Khalil Mellons came back last week. came in on a 4th and 1, actually looked strong on a run. He was falling forward the entire time and got us, I don't know if it was 4, it might have been 3rd, but a short yard carry. That was
Did
my
he have a
first time
different
seeing it.
What's that
number?
pal?
He's at 31. I don't
looks
think
Was
he
he
had that.
36 in the preseason?
What's Chestnut? Didn't Chestnut 36?
Yeah, but I think I
No,
think so.
Chestnut. Now,
I
see,
think
now,
something changed while he was out. We picked up like a cornerback or two that had his number because I think he had a different number because I don't remember him having 31.
yeah.
I mean, to be frank, whatever number it is horrible.
No, that's definitely true. He has a string of bad numbers. His numbers, he picks numbers like he is a linebacker who transitioned to running back. He's used to 52.
Yo, that 42
Hey, man,
look fire.
that's Priest Holmes' number right
What are
there.
you doing, bro?
Hey, is 43 available?
Yeah.
Yes.
These gonna sell like hotcakes. No, buddy.
Like,
Yeah.
No, it's not.
The biggest Darren Sproles fan ever. He wants number 43.
Why do you like him so much? Have you seen his jersey number? Like, come
Yeah.
on, man. But no, so Khalil Mullins came back last week. This week we've got a few guys returning on our side of the house. Femi Oladejo's at least returning to practice. I'm not going to say returning to gameplay, but he returned to practice. Xavier Restrepo, who wasn't on IR, but he returned to practice this week as well. We also look at Restrepo. Did I just say Restrepo? Bryce Oliver was the last person I meant to mention who returned to practice. Dan Moore also practiced, who missed the game last week too. But I'm excited to see Bryce Oliver. I hope he gets some game action. I think he could fill the Van Jefferson role, and be able to come in and just not take the top off, but just be – when Bryce plays, which is always in the preseason, he looks solid. Like, I'm not saying that he's an answer or anything like that, but he's a really good special teamer. He was a great gunner before he got hurt. Like, let him be the wide receiver 5-6 next year. That's just a young guy who's a good special teamer. But when he comes in, it's kind of like what we had with Chris Moore 3 or 4 years ago. Chris Moore used to come in and snag on some folks. Like, I would love to have that be Bryce Oliver, man. But I'm excited about some of the guys that are coming back. But I do want to mention one specifically and pitch to you, Sauce. Femi returned to practice. What could the close of this season do for Femi and his stock going into next year?
Oh, man. If Femi comes and shows production, it can be very promising for us when we're staring down at the top of the draft and us taking an edge or I ain't going to say no names right now. I don't want to make him too hot, but, I mean, he's already like that. So, I mean, if he's showing some promise, I think it could be very exciting, for the defense for the following season of seeing him on one side and we'll put a big question mark on the other side. But it'll look pretty good. It'll look pretty good. But I want to just continue to see – I want to see Femi pick up where he left off, continue to set the edge. I'd love to see him get a few sacks to see what that feel like. I'll just see if he comes back just available and got some bend to him. I just want to see him, evolve his game a little bit. But I'll be patient and wait on the offseason. But for sure, come back to what you were doing and set that edge, baby. Yeah.
Get some sacks.
Yeah, I'd love for him to get some sacks. I love for him to get some sacks.
sacks.
Yeah, I want him to see what that feel like, man. You know what I'm saying?
He was having his best game when he got
Who
hurt.
better to do it? Who better to do it on than Garner Minshew? It's nobody better to do it on.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Hit the do-si-do on him afterwards. I mean, again, when he was playing, tackles.
You might could do the Jahar Ward.
Two. I mean, he averaged 2 tackles a game. That's what he was. All right. So I need, and we had this big discussion about Femi Oladejo right before he got hurt. Like, I need him to be productive. I know that he's a project or whatever, but it's still your 2nd round pick. You have to show
a high
promise.
pick too.
Yeah. No, I agree. He's got to show some level of production. When he comes back, the unfortunate thing is it's probably gonna take him a week or two to get acclimated. Before he got hurt, pretty early in the game. He had 3 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit in that last game before he got hurt. Do I expect him to pick up and just jump right back in? No, not at all. But I do want to just see some pop, man. Show me that you can be edge rusher 3 for us next year. Like give us that hope and grow from there. You know
3?
what I mean?
That's it, 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Who's 1-2?
Yeah. We need
not-
a two.
If
We got-
he's two,
we
if
all-
he's
all
two,
we
we're
got
cooked
is-
again next year. That's
all we
what I'm
got is-
trying to say.
All we got is edge threes. We got 7 of them.
That's what I'm saying, though, man. Like, just show me that you can at least fill that role. Like, I'm asking for bare minimums right now. I'm asking for bare minimums. Like, you know, it is what it is. But I am excited to see him back there, Cody.
You ain't a
makes good
hard
point,
man to
though.
please.
Man.
He said, just give me 3 production. No, I'll be all right. God,
Give me edge
dog.
rusher 3, man. At least let us know that you're not just a complete bust. Like, at least be somebody who can be in the rotation. God, dog.
No, I need him to make some plays. I need him to come out on fire, confident. Femi he came in the league with confidence. I want to see him play like that. Now, yeah, just go out there and get a sack and just see what that feels like. It might turn you up. It might boost the confidence.
See what it
Get
feels
that
like.
quarterback on the ground, whether if that's through Jeff holding 3 players for you. Go out there and get a sack, man. And you know what I'm saying? Just see what that feel like. And yeah, it'll turn you up, man. It's a good feeling. Get a little bonus too.
Man, I hope so, man. I hope so. Go ahead, Coach.
So speaking of Arden Key, you think if the Chiefs start ringing up some points on us, you think we're going to start making some adjustments, or what's going on with that?
You know,
This is like his go-to line. He said this 3 different times now.
like I don't get it, man. One of the adjustments should be taking you out. You don't do nothing. Like, and the thing is, it's like there's times where I like Arden Key, but those times are just few and far between. Like, you talk about you missed November and December. Okay, you got 2 sacks this month, or in the last 2 months, excuse me. Great. Like, it's just like, come on, dude. What's going on? Jahad Ward has been much more of a productive player than you in both the run game and the pass game. And you never hear about him making comments after the game. It's you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like you're talking as one of the least most productive edge rushers on this team. I don't understand that, man. Like, come with the mentality of, okay, I'm gonna show y'all, then I'm gonna talk. At least do that. But God, Sauce, what you think?
Man, I mean, Arden Key is good mud, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he's mud. Don't listen to Cam and all of this little crap, bro. Like, when's this contract up?
It may be.
It might be time
don't
for
know.
that, man. I think it's time.
I love Denard Wilson's response to it. He was just like, well, you know, we could have made a tackle or like been better in coverage.
Like what? Like,
He
and the
got
thing is,
tore up in
Denard is-
film.
Denard
He
is
got
dealing
tore up
with
in the classroom.
a linebacker who, your best linebacker, gets concussed in the game. You lose 3 safeties in the first quarter, mind you. Like, you're already dealing with other injuries that are just kind of lingering and nagging. And he's already playing a starting safety at slot corner because you have no other corners. Are we being serious right now? Like, and you're talking about adjustments. The fact that he's even keeping a semblance of a defense together
I know.
is enough by itself.
This man has
But-
an impossible job.
Like,
And
He really
you've been
does.
here all year,
Making-
dog, and you've done nothing. You adjust. You've done.
Yeah.
You've had the same stat line for 7
Make
years
some
of your
plays
career.
for your coach. Make some plays for your coach. That's what you
Gosh,
do.
man, I just hate finger.
You got
pointers.
Denard looking crazy out here, bro. And
I hate
Denard, man,
finger
shout out to
pointers,
you, man,
man.
because you had it. You earned your money this year, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Denard's
Hey.
doing the best he can, man. Like, I know our defensive stats don't look good, but just the reality of what happened. Like, in the first 4 weeks, 5 weeks of the season, they stripped all 3 of your cornerbacks. Like, you're playing a rookie who's coming off an injury. You know, like, it's just a lot of stuff moving, man. And Denard, to me, I'm not saying he's blameless at all. I'm not saying that. But he has been dealt, in my opinion, a bigger load of garbage than the offensive side of the ball has. Like, I just hate that Arden did that.
Denard, I mean, if he doesn't make the coaching staff this year, if he's not retained, which is probably highly unlikely, he'll be a good coach somewhere, man. Like, I really did, appreciate the time with Denard, because to be able to get that type of production out of the talent that we have on the roster, or the lack thereof, or limit of, positions, and just being stripped constantly throughout the week when the season was falling apart, he's did a tremendous job with what he's had. You know what I'm saying? Which is not much, man. So, yeah, Denard, he deserves some flowers. Shout out to him.
Yeah, it really is unfortunate that we're losing Kevin Winston Jr. because Kevin Winston Jr. was starting to become like almost must watch TV appointment
telling you.
television when he was on defense, man. Like he was becoming like the one person I would watch because he was just flying around.
And in
Just
the backfield,
reckless
almost every
abandon.
play. Yeah, like
And-
he'd get after it.
Exactly. I mean, you go back to his draft grade and everything that we got a really good deal on him because he came in with the injury, and it kind of started to feel like that. Denard Wilson, hey, maybe we got ourselves a little Kyle Hamilton right here, and he was starting to starting to utilize him that way. And this is for him to get injured and be done with the season, man. He was one of the few bright spots I was looking forward to kind of helping me round out the rest of this season. To be completely honest.
Yeah, and I think also just with that, that also, man, I hate to just revert back, but that just shows like the lack thereof of talent once again, but also Denard being able to recognize like how dynamic Kevin Winston is and being able to look at him as like, hey, I could put you here and you'll still be successful. Even though us as fans, we're looking at it as like, why is he playing the slot? Like this is not his natural position, or you're moving these pieces here. Denard having the confidence in his players to be like, hey, you're one of my best. Jeff is one of my best. Sweat, you get out here on this amount of snaps, and let's just see what we can do. Cedric Gray, do your thing. Cody Barton, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. You mentioned Winston Gray's another piece that I hate. That's going through concussion protocol. Hopefully he plays this week. Obviously he's going to be questionable this week. Like Gray. Okay, I think people need to understand
Another
this.
16 tackles.
Like what? And didn't play like the last series and a half. He was pushing. He's going to get 20 tackles that game. Like, and people, I saw a couple tweets, not a lot of people saying like, yeah, like he's the schemed up guy to get tackles on a lot of these plays because they're doubling here and they know that. So he's going to be able to, like, that's great. But in every defense, there's a guy who's designed to do that. And in every defense, there's not a Cedric Gray who's doing it 16 times a game. And he's not just filling the hole and filling the gaps and all those things. He's sideline to sideline. He flies around the football field. And I just love watching him play. Like this is what we thought we were getting when he was drafted out of North Carolina. Like this is the player we thought we were getting. And to see him kind of come into his own so quickly, I'm excited about it. A little small sleeper story is if he doesn't play this week, I do want to see what James Williams has because he did look good in the preseason. He basically had the job until the season started. And Cedric Gray won it over, quite handedly. But I would love to see if you've got some pop. Maybe we can move on from Cody Barton. Maybe not if it's not after next year, the year following. Like maybe we can do that and have two young, in year 3 and 4 linebackers in 2027 and be rolling into the future. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, for Cedric Gray to be playing this really is technically, it feels like his rookie season. He didn't really play much last year. And for him to have, he's got to have 140 tackles. Let me go get the exact number for you real quick. But he has, he's always around the ball. He has 144 tackles on the season. 144 tackles. You can say like the double teams are opening him up, but you still got to bring the guy down.
Yes.
And he does. He's really phenomenal, honestly. For him, I consider this kind of his rookie year. He didn't get to play that much last year. And he continues to just show out every single game. He's always within like that 12 to 16 tackles a game range. He's playing awesome. But to kind of round that back into the Chiefs, the Chiefs have, they may not have Patrick Mahomes, but they still got Travis Kelce. They still got Rashee Rice. Think Xavier Wardy's going to play, man. It's like, what can this defense do? They still got weapons. And, do you think we have anything to stop these boys, to be completely honest? Now, the Chiefs haven't exactly blown anybody out this year. They kind of have been pretty mid, basically, this entire season. But they still got people we need to deal with.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sauce.
I just wanted to say, this may not be a, statistical factor. Just off the mental of the team, one small smidget of hope is we could catch the Chiefs flat. We could catch them a little off balance and a little unweary because one, they just got eliminated from playoff potential. And then two, they lost their Hall of Fame quarterback. with the ACL and out for the season. So having that, just the rug snatched from up on you, they could come in a little sloppy this week, a little flat, a little mentally, off balance. So I mean, with that, and, and the Titans having nothing to play for, I mean, they could come in and shellac them. I mean, it's a wild scenario and odd, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. You know what I mean? So
I know it's a possibility in your head.
I made that sound good, didn't I?
You made that sound great. Like, that was nice, man. I'm glad you
Hey,
locked in.
but Big Mike and Big Bones could come in and just squander.
Don't
that
say
whole...
Mike and Bones. It's Bones and
Don't-
Friends.
Big Bones.
And don't call him Big Bone.
Bones and Friends. Yeah,
No, don't please.
God.
But
Bones and Friends.
Bones and Friends. To your point though, Cody, the first quarter is going to tell me a lot. Like, typically, over the last, I'd say, 2 or 3 weeks, we've had pretty strong first quarters. Actually, we've come out decently hot. With the exception of the Jags game. So it makes me curious in this game, if we come out hot, are the Chiefs just going to crumble? You know what I mean? And be like, because this is also the time of the year. There's 3 games left where a Chris Jones, I'm not saying he's the type of guy to do this, but just roll with me here. He goes in, somebody rolls up on him. He didn't really get hurt, but it was scary. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm sore. And done for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Like, those are very real possibilities. They may even be encouraged by internal leadership of like, hey, you got hurt this game and it was a hamstring injury that nobody else can prove. We'll get back ready for next year. Like, those things could be very real as well. But I am with Sauce when it comes to the emotional letdown being a possibility. The thing is, Gardner Minshew's not really an emotional letdown type of guy. Like, he always comes in bleak situations. It's very rare that Gardner Minshew, 1, is on a good team, but 2, comes into a situation where he's like, okay, this is a playoff game that we need you to come in and win, and everybody's riding high. Like, it's normally like, oh man, like, this is make it or break it, or our season's already over. So he's used to this. And that's, I think, one reason why he balls out. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm throwing it 55 times this game. Like, it is what it is. So that's what I think. But Cody, what do you think, man? How do you think that this game will shake out? As a matter of fact, go ahead and give us your score predictions too.
Okay. Yeah, I think this could be a pretty low energy game. For both sides, to be completely honest. And I think the Titans could possibly take advantage of it because, 2 people that we know are going to have juice in our team, and that's Cam Ward and Jeffrey Simmons. And those are like the 2 main people that you want to have juice. So if I'm going to give my prediction, and I'm scared to say this, but I think the Titans could pull this one out. They were going to win this one 16-13. Game-winning field goal, Joey Sly, 55 yards.
Big Joe missed the field goal last game. Joe. Okay.
And I'm going to be excited that we win, and then the post win's going to hit me. It's like, damn it, there goes our draft pick again.
I know it, man. I know it. And I'm also at the point too with the draft pick where, like, if we don't get first, and we end up like 5th or something like that, I'm also kind of like, okay, like, what can we do? You know what I mean? I'm not going to be mad about the team winning. Losing this week wouldn't be bad because the Giants and Raiders play each other. Raiders, please pull out every trick in the bag because the Giants have a chance to win another game this season. You don't. This is your time to shine, baby. And Saints, come in and put a slack into us too. But look, I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game. I actually have it. I don't think our defense hasn't held anybody under 28 points in the last few weeks. I've got us having been beat 28-24. I think we continue. I think Cam Ward has another 2-touchdown game as well. But I do think we end up losing 28-24 because our defense can't get enough stops when it really matters the most. Sauce, talk to the people.
I'm in that same type of boat. Not as far as the score prediction. I do think Cam will have 2 touchdowns. I think Tony Pollard may run for another maybe 65. Something like that. We'll still run the ball effectively. I'm going to go with 21-24 Chiefs. I think they get a last-minute field goal. I think Minshew pull out that mustache magic, drives down the field and gets them right in position, right off the left hash, and put the nail in us. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm going to do. 21-24 Chiefs.
Takes the win straight to Tootsies.
He probably gonna go to
man.
Jelly Roll spot right after and have a couple of brews. You know what I'm saying? Cold drafts, and then them Broadway girls will, make their way on down there. So yeah,
On their neck. All right,
shout out Big
we'll
Minshew.
jump into a quick mini conversation and we'll close out the show. So a recent report came out that Sauce was brought to our attention where it essentially
man.
confirmed that Amy Adams Strunk was pulled the plug. She felt like it was time for Brian Callahan to go. It was Borgo and Brinker who felt like, hey, we're going to stick to our plan of trying to ride out the season unless the wheels completely fell off. Amy felt like that time was right. I do want to say one quick thing. I'll let you guys talk. I don't think this is news to anybody, to be honest with you. But the question becomes, when it comes to Cam Ward's growth, did this help or hurt?
Yes.
I want to pose this to you guys in the chat. Drop down below. You can put help, hurt, and with a quick reason, as if you think that decision to let Brian go so early in the season helped or hurt Cam Ward. Cody, I'll let you jump in because I think
let me say something real quick.
Side. Oh, go ahead, Sauce. Go ahead.
I want to say something real quick. So, well, let me get my takeout first. Let me get my takeout first, and then Cody, then you rock. So, the reason why I wanted to bring this to y'all attention is, yes, she fired him week 6 going into week 7 with Vrabel. But if you were at the game like we were at, this decision was made week 3. And that, to me, is a problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we got the belt put on us 41-20 by Daniel Jones. He was just rolling out all day long, just dump off after dump off. Jonathan Taylor, I think he had about 3 touchdowns on us. Yeah, it was Mike Keith, Ring of Honor, right? It was a whole lot of emotions. Celebration was supposed to be that day. The Titans weren't supposed to get shellacked like they did, and they did. But to me, I think that's problematic. You know what I mean? The fact that decision was made week 3, and only because if you were there at the game in person, you seen that a certain thing was supposed to happen, and it did not happen because of the allure of embarrassment. Boos rained down on Brian Callahan that day. Boos throughout the entire stadium, whether if it was on our side or on the opposing team. Everybody booed Brian Callahan that day. And that was embarrassing for Mike to have the Ring of Honor. But for that specific decision to be made week 3, but let them go on a 3-game road trip to still get fired, I think that's problematic. And like, to me, I felt like, I know you have an opposing take, Cody, but I felt like it almost stunted Cam's growth. I don't know how it would have went if you would have let the man finish the year.
So what about why week 3 do you think that's when the decision was made? Just because we were booing?
I think so, because she was supposed to speak for Mike's Ring of Honor ceremony, but the feeling of the fans and in the state, this is her stadium, and if she walks out there when she has a coach that's under contract that she hired, those fans were going to boo her too. And I don't think she could handle that in her own stadium. The ego and the feeling of that is not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
she
remember
sent Chad
specifically.
Brinker out.
I remember booing Callahan that game because he decided to try to kick a field goal. There was like a penalty or something. It was just a bunch of disorientation going on, and it ended up to us not getting any points. And it was just like, what is going on? The organization of this is just completely out of whack. But Amy Adams Strunk has earned herself getting booed for the past 3 years of her ineptitude to be able to do anything positive around this organization. Now, when it comes to, the stunting of Cam Ward, I think that Brian Callahan absolutely deserved to be fired. I think he should have been gone probably after the first year. The first year was absolutely a travesty too. Will Levis regressed completely. I mean, he looked absolutely horrible. And then it started leading into like all the coaching malpractices where he didn't know the rules and all this other stuff. And so I think he should have been fired regardless. Now, my problem with him being fired and the way it happened, the way that she, pulls the trigger on him or whatever, I think it's completely ridiculous. You have 2 football people that you hired to be your football people. And they have a plan that they want to set out to do. and you just completely, overshoot them or whatever, and just completely pull the plug. And I remember this, like we had to wait like 8 to 10 hours for there to be a press conference about the firing of Brian Callahan, because she just goes rogue and just makes irrational decisions when it could just been, they could just mapped it out. She could have gone, hey guys, Brian Callahan is not, it's not panning out well. Like, this is kind of how I'm feeling. But no, she just absolutely just pulls the trigger.
Yes. Yes.
And I think there is a complete dysfunction in this organization, which I think that will hurt Cam Ward more than anything.
Man.
But I think Brian Callahan being fired isn't going to hurt Cam Ward. I mean, Brian Callahan sucked. He was horrible. He sucked with Will Levis. He sucked with Cam Ward through his first 6 games. And I mean, ever since the firing, I mean, Cam Ward has completed 60% of his passes 7 times. And he did that like maybe once with Brian Callahan.
Man.
So I don't see Brian Callahan sticking around for the entire season helping Cam Ward. I see the way that Amy Adams-Strunk did the firing. I think it's completely ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that was alarming for me, you know what I'm saying? Because it was covered up as a thing of like, hey, let's let him go through this. Now, we knew it was going to be very embarrassing when Variable came to town with Brian Callahan as the replacement head coach, and he put that beating on us like he still did, regardless with the interim. I mean, you can't get away from the embarrassment. Now, as the head of the organization, it's alarming to me when things are handled that way, because it's okay for you as a owner to have the fan emotion and really cater to how we feel with the situation. But I feel like in a certain situation, you have to trust your football people. And that plan was eradicated, and Mike has been here in place. So I just hope that for Cam's sake and the team's sake and us as fans, we want to see winning football. This dysfunctional behavior has to stop. It has to, in order to get this thing right.
Yeah. Well, Amy Adams-Strunk has 100% created a cover your ass culture within this organization. I mean, it's just like, I didn't draft a quarterback. I didn't get this coach, because everybody's on different like playing fields when it comes to within this organization. And it's going to be the same thing whenever, we hire Matt Nagy as our next head coach, which is probably going to be my prediction.
Really?
Yeah, I think we'll probably get Matt Nagy. But if it turns into, Cam Ward's not that good, it's going to turn to Matt Nagy saying, well, I didn't want Cam Ward. I mean, y'all told me this is what I had to kind of deal with, because the GM and the coach are not on the same page.
Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that stuff, if you don't, the only way to be able to kind of get them on the same page is to kind of let time settle in, like
Clean
allow
house.
a couple years for people to, really add in some more skin in the game. You know what I mean? Like, make some more investments towards that quarterback. Sure, you didn't draft him, but you picked 5 wide receivers you thought would go well with him. You know what I mean? Like, allow that to happen. And whether it's on the positive side or the negative side, like, we need to do that. But, I completely agree with, I think the Brian Callahan firing was needed. I definitely do. I just think it'll be more about, us figuring out what the long-term end of this will look like. You know what I mean? And kind of where things will stand overall. And Cam Ward's going to be a big piece of that puzzle. And the coach we pick is the other big piece. We've got to align coach and quarterback in some sort of way. I'm not saying we need an offensive guy, but we need a guy who really fits what our quarterback needs and a quarterback who can produce what our coach expects. Like that's just the end of the day. We haven't had that in 4 or 5 years. And that's why we've ended up where we have, because when you accompany that with poor drafting, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think the part of the reason, too, why I think it's going to be Matt Nagy's going to be named the head coach is because he does have a relationship built with Mike Borgonzi already. I mean, they'll be a year apart. And I'll tell you what was kind of exciting to me. Mike Borgonzi left the Chiefs. Hey, the Chiefs go 6-8. they ain't as good since he left. You know what I mean? So maybe we got the secret sauce.
Yeah.
And I think I'd be excited for Matt Nagy to end up being our head coach. I really would. I think he's got that culture setter in him, and he's an offensive guy too. So I think it kind of goes hand in hand.
Man, I think so, man. And I think it gives us opportunity to.
Sold.
His shot's gonna be taken out. I don't know. I'm taking it out in post. This is what happens when you record live, and none of us are real tech guys. Randy's nose in the camera trying to fix the light. I don't know what's going on. But regardless, man, thank you guys so much for spending some time with us today. I think it's important for us, and I'm just
Hey, man.
It's important.
Oh, man, this is
It's
crazy,
man. Stop touching it.
They got me looking crazy.
Paul.
What the camera is that, bro? Like, all those going on.
Look, man, we're closing this out. We're crazy. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk
Hey,
again
Fresh
soon.
man.
Peace out.
Peace. Sell the team.